Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. You will have seen last week there was no video, and that is because unfortunately I have some very sad news. I've been going through a lot over the last few weeks. I think in one of the videos that I reshared 2 weeks ago, there was like a little snippet kind of in there of like, oh, like something's coming, like things have kind of like changed and things are going to be changing. And unfortunately last week I suffered a miscarriage. It sounds so weird to even say that out loud, and I honestly still think it's kind of like an outer body experience that I'm kind of having still. Today is my first day back at work, and I'm definitely going very slowly. I have a lot of incredible people around me and on my team as well, and who are aware of what's going on. And I kind of told them last week whenever it was like the time for me to get surgery, which I'll just speak about in a second. But yeah, I've really been navigating quite a lot. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm over here in Australia and I've been living here for like 2.5, nearly 3 years with my partner Niall. We are recently engaged. We got engaged in December. And yeah, on the 12th of January this year, we found out that we were unexpectedly pregnant. It definitely came with a lot of shock, a lot of shock. If you know me, I'm type A core. It was not in the plans, and it was very like overwhelming, I would say. I'm obviously 28 now. I did ring my mum and dad like I was 16 years of age, like a teenage pregnancy. So shocked at what we were experiencing with, but like in the 4 weeks that we were pregnant, and it was probably, I think it wasn't it was 4 weeks that I knew the pregnancy didn't go any further than 6 weeks, and I found out that around 7 to 8 weeks. But for the 4 weeks really that we knew that we were having the baby, we were so excited. It was like a whirlwind of emotions. I have a lot of content that unfortunately I'm not going to be able to share because a lot of it was whenever I was pregnant. I'm sorry. I did not want to get emotional on this video, but how do you say that without getting emotional? Yeah, I have a lot of content that I have that I won't be sharing, unfortunately. But I definitely, like, the minute I find out, I wanted to delete it all, but I don't want to delete it anymore. I feel like now whenever I'm talking about this, all I'm talking about is like the sad side of it and the traumatic side of it, when reality is that we had 4 really happy weeks, and like the excitement and the love, and like a few people know I had told were so excited for us, and like I have so many fond memories, and I don't want to get rid of those fond memories either. I think that's really important. This video is I guess me telling you guys what's been going on, but also helping me move forward with it, because I feel like it's going to give me a little bit of accountability, and also just like allow me to talk out loud, because I'm like on my own for the first time today since it all happened. So essentially we found out at our second scan. Whenever I went for my first scan, the scan said we were too early for the first scan, which was kind of alarm bells in my head anyway. But that is very common and very normal to happen. And by the second scan, unfortunately, she told us in the ultrasound room that there was no longer a heartbeat, and it was likely that the fetus had died at 6 weeks, which essentially had meant, because I had no symptoms at all of this happening, like I had full-on pregnancy symptoms, that my body had not realised that I was having a miscarriage, and I essentially had what's known as a missed miscarriage. So from that appointment, I'm so nervous even talking about this. From that minute, what essentially happened was that we had to go to the doctors, and then when we went to the doctors, they referred us to the hospital in Randwick, the women's hospital, and I was booked in. That happened on a Thursday. I couldn't get an appointment till the following Tuesday, so essentially like I had that period, I suppose, to come to terms with it between Thursday and Tuesday, but equally like it was still in my body, and I could very physically feel that was happening to me. And I think that's something that women just like, you can't get help with, in the sense of like, the support can be there, and like bless Niall, like he has been I couldn't be in love with him anymore. Like he has been the best human being there ever is to exist, and I'm so in love with him. I'm so obsessed with him. I cannot wait to have a family with him someday. But there's just a weight of that I feel like the male can't carry, unfortunately, and it is down to the female to, I suppose, that's what our bodies are here for, but it is really difficult. On the Tuesday then, I'd essentially already decided what I was going to go ahead and do. And you can essentially, sorry if this is very much trigger warning, probably should put a trigger warning in at the start of this, but you have three options whenever you have a miscarriage. At the time that I had a miscarriage, you can either let it happen itself, you can get medication that will help it pass, or you can get a D&C, which is surgery that will help you go in and just take it out, and then essentially you're knocked out for it and you'll come back, and the recovery is just like a little bit, I suppose, easier. For me, my body literally was not telling me that I was having a miscarriage, like until I'd say the day of, like the night before, I started getting a little bit of cramping. I still kind of have that cramping here at the minute, a little bit, but like I think my body would have taken quite a while for it to pass. Given that I had like no other symptoms, if that makes sense. So yeah, I don't want any judgment on what I did, and if anyone does, I'm just going to delete the comments because it's my body and my choice. But I went in and I had a D&C surgery. It was not scary at all, like in the sense of like it was quite an easy surgery. Like I have worked in medical like healthcare before. I'm very like equipped with the hospital. It doesn't scare me, but it was not nice to be in there and nice to be back given the conditions. There was a nurse that was there in the day surgery unit, and she was like honestly an angel sent down from God. And I'm just like, anyone who works in the healthcare, I know yous are all angels anyway because I used to do it myself, but like you do not know the difference it makes how being kind and just holding space. Like she was hugging me, she was like, I'm so sorry. She was just not stepping over the boundary, but equally like allowing me to cry because I feel like I was trying to be really strong. And then as soon as I went away from Niall and had to go into the surgery unit, I was just fucking bawling my eyes out, and I was like, how the fuck is this happening? And it was extremely, extremely, extremely overwhelming. And like luckily you are knocked out for it, so I didn't remember anything, but I was going into it, I was like, these people know what they're doing, like they have been training, they're, you know, I have full trust in like healthcare professionals as far as I'm concerned. Like I don't have an issue with that. I know some people do, but I really felt safe in there. I just was so sad for me and so sad for Niall and so sad for what was happening, and that's where all of my emotion was coming from, and sad for my body as well. And I know like for me, I have had the honestly that my friends have shown up in ways that I didn't even know friendship could be shown up in. Like they have held us together and like stuck us back for glue. Like we have not been, obviously, unfortunately our families are so far away from us, and they have been so good. Like they're texting me all the time, they're calling me all the time. My mum was like, we'll fly out if you need us to fly out and everything, but like it would break my heart to bring my mum here and it to be in these circumstances. And like I know she would want to be there for me in the hard times, but like I want her to come out and see like the beauty that I see in Australia. And right now I just feel like I'm just I'm just going through it, and I also think we need space to go through it. But yeah, I think over the last 4 weeks, I guess my life has completely, well, 6 weeks, the last 4 weeks that I knew, I had really like planned my entire life, guys. Like completely changed everything, and I was just fuck. I was just so excited to become a mom, and I feel like I was probably not ready at the start, but I knew it would become ready. And a lot of my anxiety came from like being a business owner, and like how was I going to be able to like be able to provide and like not have maternity leave, and you know, all of those things. And I had worked a lot on myself to get myself to a point like that I was feeling okay with it, and then unfortunately it's just not going to happen this year, and we have made the decision. So please do not if someone comments on one of my fucking posts and says you look pregnant, I will actually murder you. Not that anyone would obviously do that, but yeah, we've made the decision that we are not we're going to be trying this year. I feel like we both need to get ourselves back up on our feet, and our day will come, but it was just not right now. But I do know that if it was to have happened, it would have been the most loved baby in the entire world, and it already is. And like I'm quite a spiritual person, so I fully, like I can feel it around us, I can feel it in my bones, I can feel it in my DNA. I know that baby has changed me on a chemical level in terms of like even my thoughts about things. Like I'm like, fucking hell, why was I worrying about so much shite before that just doesn't matter? And like I think truly it did come here to like teach me a lesson. And like it's not helpful to say to someone like who is going through this, like, you know, there's a reason for it, but I also do believe that, like, that's how my belief systems are built, like that things come into your life for reasons. And sometimes it can be fucking just like, oh, how can you say that when this is such a hard heartbreak? But like I know that soul was not ready to come to earth, and whilst that might sound absolutely crazy to someone else, like it will come when it's ready, and we will love it in whatever form it comes into our lives. And I think that that's really, really important. I would say over the last week I took work off completely. Like, this is kind of a weird thing, because when you're self-employed, like, where are the boundaries? But also when you're someone who works for other people as well, like, where are the boundaries in that, in the sense of, like, do you take time off? How long do you get off? Like, I was reading things online. I don't know anyone close to me who's had a miscarriage. I know the statistics are extremely, extremely high. But I personally don't know anyone in my close circle, from anyone who knows right now, because it's obviously very few people. Like, yeah, I don't I don't know anyone who's gone through it, so I wasn't like able to find that information. I've just been watching like things online. YouTube videos like this has been really helpful for me. Watching other people's experience, which might sound a little bit morbid, but like, I find so much comfort in knowing that I'm not alone in seeing other people talk about it, and that's why I wanted to talk about it. I know it's a very personal issue and it's a very personal thing, and there's parts of it that I will not speak about, but there are also parts of it that I'm not going to deny having happened, because I personally just don't feel like I can just get up and act like normal. Like, I'm not the same person that I was a few weeks ago whenever I found out, and I will also respect my own relationship as well in parts of it that I will not be obviously speaking about. But that's why I wanted to share on here, because first of all, like, I share a lot anyway, and I think, like, being a female who's in like the health and fitness space and well-being, like, it is a part of my journey, and like, I am going through definitely the worst thing that's ever happened to me in my life. Why do I keep laughing and crying? I don't know. It's a trauma response. Yeah, I'm definitely going through the worst thing that's ever happened to me, and I'm just trying to navigate it, and I'm not going to brush over it. I took the full week off last week, and I've had the best team who've been looking after everything whilst I've been away. I just can't sit still, so the house is sparkling. I have cleaned every crevice of the house. I've also set up something which I'm going to introduce you to in a second. But I've just been filling my days with like small little things that are making me feel better, and focusing on things and talking. Like, I've had days where I don't get off the sofa and I cry, and I've had days where I'm like getting out and about, and like, this is my reintroduction back into, I suppose, real life and into work and stuff. And I'm very aware of how fragile grief is, and I feel like I'm very blessed to say that I don't think I've ever experienced grief to the level that I'm experiencing it right now. And with that, because I've never ever dealt with it, and I like solutions, I like action, I like to just fix things by doing things. And there's nothing I can fix here. There's nothing I can fix here. Like, there's nothing I can say to myself that's gonna make this better. There's nothing I can say to Niall. There's just nothing that's gonna make it better. It's just shit. But we have to be able to work towards moving forward. And I even said that to my best friend Karen yesterday, who's been a fucking angel. I was like, I never get anxiety at work. I never get like, I don't want to go to work. I don't ever feel like that. I love what I do. I'm so grateful to have what I have. But I was like, I just feel weird moving on from it, and I don't want, like, I feel like probably a sense of guilt that like I have to just act in ways that it hasn't happened. But she was like, it's not moving on, it's moving forward. And I was like, that has helped me even so much, just that sentence, because I'm like, no, I can take steps forward despite its presence, not like it didn't happen and I have to just move on from it. So that's what we're doing in this video together, and that's what has essentially happened to me. I am open to talking to anybody who is going through, or like is over in Australia and is like, dealing with it. For example, for anyone asking, all of the appointments, because I'm Northern Irish, like, I have Medicare and stuff like that, so like the whole pregnancy I've been paying for things and then getting Medicare rebates. The surgery itself, though, because I was admitted as an inpatient, it was free. So for anyone wondering those kind of situations and like what happens there, your doctor will be able to help you, and honestly the hospital have been so kind. Anything that I did have to pay out of pocket and get a rebate for anyway wasn't extortionate. Like, I haven't paid for anything that's mad money, if that makes sense. It's all been very like attainable, and then I can get rebates back. For anyone wondering about the Medicare system, I am going to go to therapy. I think I'm going to have to go back to my GP to get a referral for therapy so I can get it back through their Medicare. I feel like it's just going to help me process in ways that I need to not brush anything under the carpet. And I'm going to sort that out this week. But yeah, this video is going to be about me moving forward and you coming with me. I also have some extremely exciting news. I'm getting a dog. Oh my god, she's coming tomorrow. Her name's Cosmo. She is going to be the most beautiful fucking love thing I've ever seen in my life. For anyone who is going to come at me about a dog, don't even try it, because this girl is just not in the hemisphere of trying to be talking to anybody talking shite, right? We're getting a dog. Her name is Cosmo. We are picking her up tomorrow. The dog, yes, was after we found out about everything, but the dog has been in the pipeline for the last, since we've moved to Australia. I've always said to Niall, like, I want to get a dog, I want to get a dog. And then Niall was like, yeah, I want to get a dog as well, but you're always traveling. So, for example, I agree, I have always been traveling, but I think I said it in the start of this video, or like videos past about this year. Like, one of the things I didn't have any choice. Like, I thought I was going to be pregnant and staying in the country quite a lot, but I also had made peace with that, and I had like completely changed a load of my like wants and needs, and like I didn't really want to be traveling the world. I traveled a lot last year. To this year, I really wanted stability in myself. I wanted to like be where my feet are. Definitely want to go still on trips and travel. I don't think a dog's going to stop you from that if you've got the right amount of people around you who are going to support you, which I literally have. Like, I've got a group chat already that's going to be called Cosmo's Cousins because the guys are so excited about it. But yeah, essentially, we obviously, with everything going on, and then we just started talking about a dog, and we were like, will we go and see a dog? And then we went and seen a dog, and we met Cosmo, and her name wasn't Cosmo, but she had a yellow collar, and she's a golden retriever, and she's so fucking beautiful that we are going to be bringing a lovely little stunning golden retriever into our family, and we're so excited. So in this video as well, I think you're going to meet her at the end. I might do a completely separate video about like I got a dog. Today what I wanted to do was, first of all, fucking tell you guys what has been going on so that you're aware that you're with me in this. I wanted to speak about then like what I'm going to kind of be doing this next week, getting back into things. So I've labeled this week gear 1.5 because I like to go full throttle toxic into things, nearly like let's just focus on this and like hyper fixate and just kind of brushing things to the side. I'm only allowed to be in speed 1.5 this week. So what I mean by that is our gear 1.5 is essentially like I'm back into work, but my to-do lists are not like really long. Like, I'm focusing on like, okay, emails this morning, okay, getting back to this. Like, this is my first morning, so I got back to all messages, I replied to everyone, I let my team know that I'm back, in what capacity that I'm back, I replied to all clients, I replied to all like admin emails, accounting emails, and got that all sorted. And I've already planned that I'm going to try a new gym. I actually need to go very soon. I'm going to try a new gym this lunchtime, so it's called the Yard in Double Bay. The reason I'm going to a gym and not going back to my classes is that honestly I just don't really want to be alone right now, and I feel like a sense of community in that aspect will be really helpful. And I'm going to give it a try. I might hate it and I want to go back to where I am, but personally the thought of going up and sitting in my old gym doing what I was doing previously is just triggering me, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to slowly ease back into things this week. I'm going to go and try out this new gym and see what it's like. It does classes. I also have membership to one playground, and I will still keep my membership for that. I like to go there and do my own workouts, and then I might have these as like classes during the week, because right now I am not hating on my body. I'm not being a cunt to my body, excuse my language, I probably should beep that out. I'm not being an asshole to my body. I'm not even thinking I need to lose weight. I'm like not looking at my body in shame. I'm not even trying to go there with myself, because obviously you have dark thoughts about yourself when you have a miscarriage, and you say the things that you probably shouldn't say about it being your fault and everything. And like, I know at my core it's not my fault, but it's very, I suppose, even given the fact that it's so taboo and hush hush, it makes you feel like you've done something wrong. I am not even breathing the word of tracking food, of calories, of anything like that. I have definitely been emotionally eating in an aspect. I wouldn't say I actually lost weight during the pregnancy. I probably gained that couple of pounds that I had lost over the last week or so, just given the type of food I've been eating. I've eaten more McDonald's this year than I've ever eaten in my life. I'm not even going to say I haven't. That's a mixture between pregnancy symptoms and sympathy symptoms to myself. But yeah, this week is just about easing back in. I did a meal prep last night. I did tikka masala curry from Pira's app, and Niall is making some food. And yeah, I am just being kind to myself. I'm not worrying about how I look. I'm not worrying about like steps and things like that. I'm just trying to get outside more. I'm trying to get back to the things that I was doing previously, but also with listening to myself. If I need to have a cry, I have a cry. If I need to sit and journal, I journal. I'm not forcing myself into spaces and into doing things. Like, I'm not like, you need to go and journal and like grieve. I have a journal, guys, and it's literally got about 3 pages left, and that's where all of my fucking thoughts are. I've been journaling a lot quite late in the evening, like right before I go to bed. I feel like that's just really helping. I have written every single thought I've had about this pregnancy since it started, which is like crazy, because I know in a year's time when I look back at it, I will love that, right through all of the processing that I'm still currently having and going through. It's weird, and I think I just need to be kind to myself, and that is essentially what we're going to do. So with that being said, let's go and try out this new gym.
Okay, so I'm outside the gym I'm going to go to. Class starts in 5 minutes. Parking's already a bit of a ball, so I'm not sure that I'm going to actually come here. But I'll have a look, I'll have a go. And one thing I've actually wanted to get but haven't got is a scooter, like a moped. Well, first of all, I wanted to get it before I was pregnant, and then I wasn't going to get it because I was pregnant, and now I'm like, financially, do I need one? But equally, it would be so handy to nip around. Like, I do have a car, but car parking here is so expensive, so I usually always try and find free places, but down where this gym is, there's no free spaces. So anyway, I'm gonna go into the gym, I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna tell you how it is. I'll probably not really record anything because it's very embarrassing on your first go in there, and then I'm gonna go over to Karen's, have my lunch, and work from there for the afternoon just on the sofa, and at least it'll be a little bit more chilled, and that's the plan. I feel like going easy, being kind, and being very kind and appreciative of my body. Last week it was in surgery for a miscarriage, and this week we are just going back to a new gym, so kindness is the main thing. Guys, we did the class. I didn't take any videos. I took like a panoramic view of the gym. It was really nice. It's in Double Bay. I do think I'll come back down. I think like it was so nice to not know anybody and to like just go in and work out, and like nobody ask me questions or nobody like have any idea who I am, and like not have to video anything. And I just came out and I actually cried. I cried when I came out and got in the car because I was just so proud of myself. I'm so proud of my body. Like, how the hell did my body have a baby inside of it 3 weeks ago, growing a baby, and then 2 weeks ago have the baby pass, and then like a week ago have surgery and be able to go in there and like lift weights? Like, it's just insane. I'm just so proud of myself. Like, I am definitely not in the best physical condition that I've ever been in, and like my body has been through a lot, and even the last few weeks, obviously, even having been pregnant and stuff like that, like your body changes so much, and like there's so much going on, like the tiredness and like the reduced activity. And I was training and stuff while I was pregnant. I was following a program. I've actually started to train my pre and postnatal, which I'm really excited to complete as well. I think right now I'm not gonna like force myself to finish it. I think this week, like, I think I'm gonna, give myself a little bit of time because there's a lot going on in my head, but I would love to be able to finish that. One thing I actually think I would love to be able to do is to give like 50% off a gym program for anyone who's gone through a miscarriage for the next few weeks. If anyone like comes forward, I think that's something that would be really nice, just like a get back on your feet program, and just a gym program that there's like no one like tracking you but following you, but just giving you that little bit like of structure, because I think I needed it, and that's why I'm going to a gym that does classes right now, because I just feel like I don't want to have the brain capacity on myself. But yeah, I'm fucking really proud of myself. I'm so proud of my body. I can't even believe it. Like, I couldn't stop saying in there, I was like, I'm so proud of you, like, you're so strong, I'm so proud of you, you're so strong, like, I love my body. I kept saying that in my head, and I felt so incredible in there. I didn't push myself to the absolute max at all, but I also wasn't going extremely light either. Like, I would say it was probably at like 65-70% of my rep max. So that felt really good to be able to go in after that, off surgery, like after a week. So I'm just really proud of myself. I'm gonna head to Karen's now and have my lunch with her and finish work for the afternoon, and then clock off because we're going slow. Guys, we are on our way to pick up our puppy. It's so exciting. But Niall, how do you feel?
Excited. Amazing.
Terrified?
Terrified.
Terrified. Niall's had a wee wobble since we bought the dog, and he's like petrified, but I think it's gonna be amazing, incredible. We got some coffees for the road because it's like an hour's drive, and Niall's gonna drive. I'm gonna hold her puppy and bring her back to Monday. I'm so excited. Last night I made a group chat called Cosmo's Cousins, so all my friends are in there who are obsessed with her already, and I was acting like I was Cosmo, texting the group chat, and I was having way too much fun. So they're very excited to see her, but I don't want to overwhelm her, so we'll see her. We'll see when we get her what the story is with like seeing people, because obviously she needs to get all of her vaccines and stuff. So let's pick up our puppy. You want to say hi, everyone? Hi, guys. I want to say hi. Mwah. I want you guys to meet Cosmo. Isn't she fucking beautiful? She's just come home from her brothers and sisters, and she's a little bit anxious, but that's okay, isn't it, Angel? Isn't it? We just drove home an hour from Sydney, and I don't have a puppy sing, so I ran into or got Niall to run into the pet shop there. This is her teddy. She loves it, don't she? Yeah, you do. And it has a wee heartbeat in it, so it's really calming her down. She's been so good in the car ride. Like, we're literally home in 2 minutes now. She's been so good, and she's a fucking little angel. Look at her. Look at her. Like, how can you even? She puts her head down on the heartbeat. Look at her. Oh, little angel girl. Okay, angels, so I'm gonna end the vlog off here. We are gonna do a second video. It's gonna kind of run on from today, but
for Cosmo so you guys can get to know her. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about having a puppy. She's already brought so much love into my life. Like obviously she came home last night, and I'm just soaking everything up with her. I am back to work, so I'm working from home. This is me in my office. I am not going to lie though, and I know I started this video talking about what has happened, and I'm not going to lie, I am still very much struggling. I think as the days go on I realise how much I am actually struggling. I'm really struggling to concentrate and have like any purpose or focus. And I was just talking to my best friend who's actually been like my therapist, but it's not my therapist, so I am going to go to therapy as I said. But I'm just really struggling with like, I don't really want the life that I'm living. And like that does not mean I don't want my beautiful baby girl Cosmo, obviously I do, but like I think a week and a half, not even a week and a half ago, it was actually 1 week ago, I was having surgery for a miscarriage, and like literally a few days prior to that, like I was happily pregnant and I thought my life was going to be that way. And now I have you, baby girl, but it is very different. And I'm just struggling to get back and focused in work because I'm like, well, this is not really the reality that I want right now. Like I want to be pregnant and I'm really struggling with that. And I'm like, I think admitting that to myself helps. Like I know we said we're not going to have a baby and we're not, like we literally have a Cosmo right now, but I think I have a lot to navigate and still figure out and find out about myself and go from there. What do you want, baby girl? We're having cuddle time. So there's no point me saying that I'm not struggling. I am struggling very, very much so. And I feel like it shows up more when I'm alone and more when I'm like sitting down at my desk. I feel like I'm currently at a job, and like you know me, like I feel like I'm currently going into work and I'm like, I don't know that I work here. Like I'm like, ooh, who works here? Like that's the way my brain is at the minute. Like I just don't have a bloody clue. Isn't she just the cutest thing in the world? What to be focusing on, where to be focusing on, and I just don't have the concentration to be focusing. That's where I'm struggling like a lot. And then my brain, it just doesn't even know what it wants to be doing. Like I'm finding creating these YouTubes are really helping, and like editing them is giving me like a lot of peace. And I think that's because I'm like appreciating where it is and where I am rather than like going full throttle on it goes. But yeah, I definitely know I need to go to therapy and I need to work through that. I think the third video, so not Cosmo's video, the video after, I was like, maybe what I'll do is like how I'm trying to plan to move forward. I think I thought this video was going to be that, but it ended up just being me explaining what was happening. And I am taking little steps and I am looking after myself. I had to go back to the doctors, and I think I said that in this video or else to next week's videos, I can't remember what I said. I did have to go back to the doctors because I wanted to get a mental health care plan, but my Medicare hasn't gone through again, so I'm back on Medicare trying to figure out what's going on there to get that. And then I also have to get a skin check and a biopsy done, so I feel like I'm just like, what is going on with the universe right now? Like, what is going on? Anyway, I have this little bundle of love to focus on and keep her happy and alive. And I honestly think this is the first time I felt pure love and joy since it's happened. Obviously, apart from Niall, but... So, let's say thank you guys so much for watching. Mom is going to take good care of me, aren't you, Cosmo? No. I'm going to take good care of her. Cosmo's going to be taking care of me realistically. Aren't you, baby girl? Yeah, you are. I'm going to love you so much. So you'll see a lot more of her. And yeah, thank you. And I just appreciate the love and the space and everyone who I have been speaking to, and like who I'm coming into, like everyone who I am speaking to, whether it be friends, whether it be people in relation to work, have been so kind and allowing me that time. And I really do think this is just an instance where I have to take the time and figure out what the hell is going on in my head, because right now I'm not there yet. Anyway, we'll see you guys in the next video. Please like and subscribe, and if you're going through this as well, I'm sending you the most love in the entire world. Bye.